The root words that make up nostalgia translate to homecoming and pain. It was used to describe the anxieties of soldiers fighting away from home. It's a kind of sickness. I've had a pretty bad case of it for most of my life. I'm hoping to find a cure by going back to where it all began. I was born just outside Chicago in the northwest suburbs. My family had connections to the city proper. My great-grandfather worked on the Chicago and Northwestern Railroad, and my grandfather worked in die casting downtown. I always liked that they were part of the community that built the city in some small way. I had a great childhood. It was all Saturday morning cartoons and sports in the backyard. To me, Chicago was the center of the world. I would turn on the TV and see shows like Perfect Strangers, Family Matters, Punky Brewster, The Hogan Family, and Webster. They all took place in Chicago. Even shows like Oprah and Bozo the Clown were out of Chicago. In the sports world, Chicago had the best basketball player on the best team in the world, and it just seemed like everybody rooted for the Cubs. When I was 13, my family moved to Philadelphia because of my dad's job. It was a tough move. When I moved to Philadelphia, I became acutely aware of the cultural differences in this other large American city. I noticed their accent, and they noticed that I didn't have one. It turns out that they have their own TV shows and sports teams. I adjusted and adapted as best I could. I could never shake that feeling of being an outsider. No matter how long I was there, it never quite felt like home. I eventually joined the military and bounced around a bit. Whenever someone would ask where I was from, I always made it a point to say that I was born in Chicago, but lived in Philadelphia. It was always important to me to make that distinction. When I got out of the service, I did not know what I was going to do next. I was going through a bit of an existential crisis. I was thinking a lot about my childhood and the things that shaped me. So what I ended up doing was taking a cross-country trip to visit every city I'd never been to but always wanted to see. I was hoping to find something, whatever it was I was looking for along the way. When I stopped in Chicago, that nostalgic feeling subsided a little bit. When I walked around, I didn't feel like the outsider looking in anymore. It felt like home. I felt this pull back to Chicago, but I didn't know anything else. I had the opportunity to go to school with the GI Bill, so I started looking at schools in the city. I came across Columbia College Chicago and the television department, and something clicked. The pull I was feeling seemed to lead me here, so now I get to start a new chapter in my life while at the same time going back to where it all began. I'm just hoping to get it right this time.